Hi, everyone. Welcome to Unit 7. Unbelievably, only got two left before the term is over. And in many ways, this is the culminating one. This is the big uh, week for turning in your final argumentative essay that you've been working on the last several weeks. That is the big assignment. And so we'll go over that today. We'll also talk about your Unit 7 discussion board and what you want to do this week as well. So to begin with, as always, your initial posts for your discussion boards are due Wednesday. And this week, we're going to kind of rehash what we did last week. We're going to think about the concepts that we did in Unit 6, namely the rhetorical appeals of ethos, logos, and pathos. And so you're going to choose one or two of these options and write a 7 to 9 sentence reflective paragraph. So you'll choose one or two of these. If you can get 7 to 9 paragraphs out of one, that's fine. Otherwise, you might have to do two. So have you become an expert in your chosen topic, which is ethos? And we're referring specifically to your argumentative essay when we're thinking about this. Remember, the theme of the last week and this week as well is development and then revision and editing, right? So have you become an expert in your chosen topic for your argumentative essay? What support did you use in your essay that reflects your expertise? What emotions did you try to create in your essay that could persuade the reader, which is pathos? And how did you choose the articles and other evidence to support your topic? All right, so you want to do that initial post by Wednesday, and also make sure you're applying to 2 peers by Sunday night. Now, on to the main event, the argumentative essay. So this is the official assignment sheet, right? So again, there's still some confusion. A couple of you are still kind of picking random things to write about. That's not what this assignment entails. You are in fact answering one of these 3 questions, and you ideally have already written the introduction to this and 2 body paragraphs. So you should be about halfway done with this essay, I would say. As you're expanding this, again, I want to point to the requirements here because I think you have a general sense of what you're to do. You're writing an argumentative essay in which you argue one of these questions, right? You have a thesis statement that you've developed in your introduction, and then that thesis statement sort of guides how you are responding to that question, how you are arguing for your side of that topic. Okay. So a couple things to note here. The essay needs to be 3 to 4 pages in length, and that does not include the title and reference page. So all told, at minimum, you should have 5 pages, right? Your title page, 3 pages of essay, and then the works or the references page, that's 5 pages. So really 5 to 6 pages, including those things. I think a lot of people, when they turn this essay in, they don't get full credit because they have 3 pages. They have like a title page, 1 page, and then a references page. That's not what we're asking for. We're asking for 3 to 4 essay pages, right? And again, if you've done the last 2 assignments well, then you should have already about a page and a half of this. So you're about halfway there. You also need to use 3 reliable sources, preferably from the university library. They don't have to be. I would really strongly encourage you to do so. That way you're sure that they are sources that are applicable and useful for your project. And again, you're trying to demonstrate your knowledge of proper APA style formatting. Use that template. Several of you are using the template, but you're not removing or changing the information. So for instance, it says your name here and your title here, and it still says that when you submit it. Change it, have a title, put your name in there, etc., and submit from there. All right. So that is essentially the work of the week. Pretty straightforward, I understand. However, this is the big week, right? And we turn it in, or we have you turn it in on Unit 7. That way, if there's catastrophic problems, like you didn't do the right assignment, or some other thing, you have a week essentially to get it back together. So that's why you turn it in on Unit 7. I also want to highly encourage you to use the examples of how to write introduction and body paragraph. I know we've looked at these already, but they are really great resources for you as well. All right, so that's it for this week. Again, the due dates, essentially, you're going to have your initial post for your discussion board by Wednesday night, your 2 peer reviews, replies rather, by Sunday night, and then the argumentative essay, that's all that remains in terms of big projects for us this term, is due by Sunday night. Please please do not hesitate to reach out if you make a mistake in submitting something, if you have a question specific to a citation or a development. I am more than happy to look at your work before you turn it in. That way you're ensuring that you're getting the best grade possible. All right. One other note, I accept all late work without penalty. The only exceptions would be you would get points off if you turned in a discussion board late. That's built into the rubric. I can't do anything about that. But anything that you have that you would like to submit, if you've missed things, if you're behind in this class, you have essentially until next Friday, which is the due date. So a week from this coming Friday is the end of the term. You have until then to submit whatever you want. And I'm not going to provide probably ample feedback like I do on the rest of your assignments. I'll probably just give you a grade and maybe thanks for submitting. And that's all you'll get from that because it's so late. But, you know, any points is better than no points, especially if those of you who are on the edge of passing. Please feel free to reach out if you have questions about that policy or if you need some help getting started on any of those assignments. I'm happy to help as well. All right. Have a great week, and we'll talk again Wednesday.